Okay, so we're going to go over how to wrap your hands today. Importantly, starting with your wraps, it's best to try and keep them stored this way. If you can keep them wrapped up, it means it takes a lot of the creases out. It makes it a lot easier and a lot neater when you do wrap your hands as well. And there's lots of different ways and videos of how to wrap your hands, but a few main points that need to be considered. You need to support the knuckle around your thumb, each individual knuckle on your hand, the back of your hand to keep everything nice and straight, and some support for the wrist as well. So we start by unwrapping our wraps. Now most wraps either are traditionally, so you start with the stitching facing down towards your hand. Others also have something written that might say this side down. So if you start with the thumb loop, it's around the thumb. So again, you notice the stitches go down onto the back of the hand. So we're going to go round the wrist, up to the little finger, around the wrist once, so it's gone all the way around, back to where you started. I'm going to make an X on the back of the hand, so your wraps have crossed over. As we come round, this is now the important part to support your thumb. So how this works is we go over underneath the back of the thumb, around the thumb, nice and taut here to support little movement so it doesn't allow your thumb to move too much. Back on itself again to the wrist and back round. We start now to pull that nice and tight. We're going to do the fingers. So from this position, again, nice and tight, wrapped around the base of the wrist. Once around your finger, so between your first and your second finger, back on yourself. Again, notice we've made this X on the back of our hand. Round the wrist to the second finger, so again, between your middle two fingers, back on itself. Again, making that X on the back of the hand. Keeping the wrap nice and taut. Occasionally sort of flex your hand to make sure you haven't wrapped it too tight. Finally, we're going to go between the last two fingers and then back on itself once more to make that X again on the back of your hand. Up to the little finger, all the way around. Bind your knuckles together so it keeps them all nice and tight and stops them coming loose. Up to the thumb again.